What's up guys, it's giveaway time. This is one of the random videos where we're giving away a prize, so buckle up, it's about to get real. Today we're giving away cold hard cash. 5 different winners will be walking away with $50 in their pockets. Now in order to qualify to win $50, you have to, and I repeat, have to follow these 4 steps. Step 1, you have to be subscribed to TPS. Step 2, this video has to reach 12,500 likes. Again, that's 12,500 likes. Step 3, you need to comment down below your favorite NFL moment of all time. Step 4, you have to share this video, whether it be to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your best friend, or a family member. If you don't share this video, you ain't getting the money. Once you do all of these things, you will be qualified to receive $50 cold hard cash. We're gonna pick a comment down below, check to see that you meet our qualifications, and then boom, 50 bucks in your pocket. No questions asked. The winner will be announced on our social media pages, so make sure to go follow them as well. Good luck, TPSers. What's up guys? The beauty of sports is that absolutely anybody can be a hero at any given time. Obviously guys like Joe Montana, Tom Brady, and Jerry Rice had countless iconic moments that are talked about to this day. But some of the greatest and most memorable plays in NFL history were committed by somebody that you wouldn't exactly call a star. And even after their career-defining play, these guys somewhat disappeared from the public eye, and we began to forget about them entirely. I'm Jason Biondo, and today we present 10 NFL players that became famous for only one play, only to be forgotten about. Don't forget to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos every single day. Every day's a new video. Subscribe. And a big shout out to Isaac Alvarez for suggesting this video. Thanks, Isaac. You're the man. Number 10, Webster, 2007 NFC Championship hero. The New York Giants visited the Green Bay Packers in the 2007 NFC Championship game. Few people could know it then, but it would be Brett Favre's final game in a Green Bay uniform. The Giants and Packers fought freezing conditions in a game that was dominated by defense. New York kicker Lawrence Tynes missed 2 field goals in the 4th quarter, one at the last second that could have clinched a trip to Super Bowl 42. The Packers also got to start with the ball in overtime, and it seemed like the Giants had blown their chances of winning the NFC Championship game. That was before third-year corner Webster silenced Lambeau Field by picking off Favre's final pass attempt as a Packer. And 3 times was a charm for Tynes, who hit this game winner to send the Giants to Super Bowl 42. New York would go on to defeat the heavily favored New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42. Webster was a key part of that success. He would play his entire career with the Giants, last suiting up in the 2013 season. Despite winning another Super Bowl with New York, Webster never had a more memorable individual moment than that infamous interception off of Favre. Number 9, Malcolm Smith, 2013 NFC Championship hero. The Seattle Seahawks and San Francisco 49ers met in an epic 2013 NFC Championship clash. One of the rare times where 2 heated divisional foes squared off with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. The 49ers looked poised to reach the big dance for a 2nd straight year. Colin Kaepernick drove them into the red zone. With under half a minute to play, Kaepernick looked for Michael Crabtree in the end zone. Richard Sherman batted it away, and linebacker Malcolm Smith picked it off to save the day. Smith was also named Super Bowl MVP, recording a 69-giggity-yard pick 6 while recovering 1 fumble. But really, everybody remembers Smith as the guy who ended the 49ers' dreams, which led to Richard Sherman's infamous rant against Crabtree. Smith hasn't been seen or heard of much since that career-defining moment. He played 2 seasons with the Oakland Raiders in 2015 and 16, before ironically joining the 49ers in 2017. Smith hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time and hasn't been that much of an impact player, which is why we don't hear about the Seattle hero that much anymore. Number 8, Jerome Simpson, the front flip touchdown. Coastal Carolina product, Jerome Simpson was a star in college, earning a 2007 consensus All-American selection while being named to the first team All-Big South in 2006 and 7. He was drafted in the 2nd round by the Cincinnati Bengals in 2008, but Simpson didn't see much playing time in his rookie year, totaling 1 reception for 2 yards. Simpson only started 2 games in his sophomore season and was only targeted once. In short, he looked like somebody that would be out of the NFL soon and completely forgotten about. But in week 16 of the 2011 season, the Bengals played host to the Arizona Cardinals in a must-win game as they tried to keep their playoff hopes alive. With the Bengals up 10-0 in the 2nd quarter, rookie quarterback Andy Dalton checked down a short pass to Simpson, and he proceeded to pull off the ultimate highlight reel play. He spent the next 2 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings and last played for the San Francisco 49ers in 2015. He stayed with the team through the 2016 offseason, but was released following a suspension for violating the NFL substance abuse policy. And that was basically it for his NFL career. Number 7, Marlon Jackson, 2006 AFC Championship hero. Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts hosted Tom Brady's New England Patriots in the 2006 AFC Championship game. Manning had never won the big one. Brady's Pats had his number, defeating the Colts in the 2003 AFC Championship and 04 divisional round. The Patriots jumped out to a 21-3 lead in the second quarter, and it looked like the Patriots would cruise to their fourth Super Bowl appearance in 6 years. But the Colts defense began to clamp down, while the offense finally found its rhythm in the second half. Joseph Adias scored the go-ahead rushing touchdown to put the Colts up 38-34 with only a minute left. But Brady had a little bit of time to try and lead the Patriots downfield for the game-winning score. They were past midfield with 24 seconds left. But Brady was picked off by second-year cornerback Marlon Jackson, who sealed the Colts' trip to Super Bowl 41. Finally, Manning had defeated the Kryptonite, and it was thanks to Jackson. The Colts went on to win Super Bowl 41 over the Chicago Bears in a rainy and sloppy affair. However, he last played for the Colts in the 2009 season. That was a decade ago. He's been completely forgotten about in the NFL world by now. But don't feel sorry for him. Jackson's doing just fine, having found the Fight for Life Foundation. Their mission is to help set up social programs for youth in need. According to the website, the foundation has helped over 4,300 children. Jackson is also married with 2 children, so he's doing fine. Good for you, Jackson. Congrats. You properly accomplished life. Number 6, Mario Manningham, sideline catch in Super Bowl 46. Led by a strong pass rush, Eli Manning, and 2 big-time playmaking wide receivers in Hakeem Nicks and Victor Cruz, the New York Giants pulled off another unlikely playoff run to reach Super Bowl 46. The opponent, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, whom the Giants had defeated 4 years earlier in Super Bowl 42, ending the Pats' dream of going 19-0. The Patriots led the Giants 17-15 with just under 4 minutes to go. The New York offense was backed up deep in their own end. Belichick went over to his defense and told them to take away Nicks and Cruz and force Eli to go to Mario Manningham, who had just 39 receptions in his regular season. Challenge accepted for Eli and Mario. That set up Ahmad Bradshaw's go-ahead touchdown with a minute left. The Giants' defense held on, and the team had won its second Super Bowl in 5 seasons. Though Manning won Super Bowl 46 MVP, it was Manningham who helped them cap off the comeback with one of the most insane, improbable, and clutch catches of all time. After the Super Bowl victory, Manningham played 2 seasons for the 49ers. He totaled just 51 receptions for 534 yards and 1 touchdown. Manningham returned to the Giants in 2014, but was released before the season and was done in the NFL after that. Manningham also hasn't been seen much on social media these days. So many tend to forget about the man who saved the Giants in their unlikely Super Bowl run. Number 5, Kevin Dyson, Music City Miracle. The Tennessee Titans hosted the Buffalo Bills in the 1999 wildcard round, and it looked like the home team would go home on a sour note. Bills kicker Steve Christie hit the go-ahead field goal with 16 seconds left on the game clock. Buffalo had a 16-15 lead, and barring a miracle, they'd be moving on to the AFC divisional round. But then, history happened. Second-year wide receiver Kevin Dyson became the #1 hero in the Music City, sending the Titans into the divisional round thanks to one of the most improbable miracle plays in NFL history. Thing is, Dyson never became a Pro Bowl talent. He had 178 receptions for 2,325 yards and 18 touchdowns in his career, having last played 1 game for the Carolina Panthers in 2003. Dyson has stayed out of the NFL spotlight since. He went on to become a football coach at a high school in Nashville, and later the principal of Grassland Middle School. Number 4, Brandon Stokley, the Lucky Bounce. Brandon Stokley won 2 Super Bowl championships in his career, one with the Baltimore Ravens in the 2000 season and another with the Indianapolis Colts 6 years later. But other than one 1,000-yard season for the Colts in 2004, thanks to the play of MVP Peyton Manning, Stokley was otherwise your average number 3 or 4 wide receiver. But in Week 1 of the 2009 season, Stokley became a national highlight reel. With his Denver Broncos trailing the Cincinnati Bengals 7-6 in the waning seconds, Stokley was the beneficiary of an ultra-unlucky bounce. And this was the play that made him, well, pretty famous. And so the man who caught just 397 receptions in a career that spanned 15 years had that one defining moment. Stokley played a few more years in the NFL before eventually retiring after the 2013 season. Stokley then began doing sports radio work in Denver, so he's obviously remembered quite well in the Mile High City. Other than that, you just don't hear much about this one-play sensation anymore. Number 3, Desmond Howard, Super Bowl 32 MVP. The speedy Michigan wide receiver was drafted 4th overall by the Washington Redskins in 1992, but Desmond Howard never exactly turned into the superstar they had hoped for. But if you bring up Howard's name to a Green Bay Packers fan, yeah, he's pretty much an icon among the cheeseheads. Howard was the special teams weapon for the Packers in the 1996 season, and they reached Super Bowl 31 against the New England Patriots. Drew Bledsoe led the Pats on a big touchdown drive that cut Green Bay's lead to 6 late in the 3rd quarter. Then Howard pulled off one of the most iconic plays in Super Bowl history. Howard led the Packers to a Super Bowl 31 victory, and he was named MVP of the big game. Howard had 145 145 kick return yards, including a 99-yard touchdown, plus 90 punt return yards. He earned a Pro Bowl selection in 2000, but otherwise wasn't in the spotlight much throughout the remainder of his career. He now works as an ESPN college football analyst. Number 2, Tracy Porter, Super Bowl 44 pick 6. Tracy Porter was a serviceable cornerback throughout his career, but he wasn't what you would call a Pro Bowler. He was just a solid number 2 or 3 guy in his team's depth chart. But Porter became one of the most unlikely heroes of all time. He's responsible for the biggest play in New Orleans Saints history. The Saints led the Indianapolis Colts 24-17 with 3.5 minutes to go in Super Bowl 44. Peyton Manning was looking for his go-to guy, Reggie Wayne, but the little-known Porter jumped the route and clinched the Saints their first Super Bowl title. Porter had just pulled off one of the greatest and most clutch plays in NFL postseason history. He would play 2 more seasons with the Saints before joining the Broncos. Ironically, the same year they signed Peyton Manning. Porter had stops in Oakland, Washington, and Chicago, having last played in the 2016 season. In a 2019 interview with Bleacher Report, Porter reveals his desire to keep playing, and that he still cheers for the Saints. Number 1, Mike Jones, the tackle. Mike Jones joined the Los Angeles Raiders as an undrafted free agent in 1991, and he would play 7 seasons there before moving on to the St. Louis Rams for the 1997 season. Jones was part of the 1999 Rams team that reached Super Bowl 34. They were led by MVP Kurt Warner, Offensive Player of the Year Marshall Faulk, and dynamic wide receiver Isaac Bruce. The greatest show on turf offense carried the team throughout the year, but it was Jones who made the biggest play in franchise history. The Rams led the Tennessee Titans 23-16 with only seconds remaining. Steve McNair and the Titans had time for one last play from the 10-yard line to force overtime. McNair hit Music City Miracle hero Kevin Dyson on a short pass, but Jones tackled him 1 yard short of the goal line. And by 1 yard, the Rams held on to win the Super Bowl. Jones, who last played pro football in 2002, was a Super Bowl hero. He stayed out of the public eye for the most part ever since, working as a high school coach in St. Louis. Which other NFL players became famous for one play before they were forgotten about? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow my... Ow, I bit my tongue. Ow. That really hurt. Make sure to follow myself and Total Pro Sports on social media. We post great content all the time. That really hurt. Ow. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos all the time. You know, the whole thing. Make sure to subscribe to TPS because we post videos every single day. Every day's a new video. Subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like that I just bit my tongue, give it a like. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. My knee.